just to touch on Love, Death, and Robots again, like it's a huge, amazing accomplishment, and also just I love the fact that you've managed to pull together so many different creative sources where everyone's creating this amazing, phenomenal thing that is, I think, really inspirational for everyone, whether you're in animation, whether you love animation, or whether you're just browsing Netflix. So, how did you, I guess, first get involved in Love, Death, and Robots?
I don't feel like I'm old enough for a career retrospective yet, so let's not do that. But of all of those accomplishments, I mean, Deadpool was certainly pretty amazing, but I'm probably most proud of Love, Death, and Robots. And because, you know, animation is my roots, and I love short stories. And you know, unlike Deadpool, which, you know, you were here, so we involve blur and in the movies, or we make too, but Love, Death, and Robots is blur. And it was our idea. And so anyway, after Deadpool, Fincher said, you know, let's try and make heavy metal again. But eventually we couldn't for various reasons. And we just went to Netflix and said, I showed the blur reel on an iPad and said, we're going to do 180 minutes like this. And
that.
Yeah, that was a weird meeting because Netflix didn't have, you know, they're so data driven. Nobody was doing anthology, let alone adult anthology. And so they were willing to take a risk because they trusted David and Josh Donnan. And so off we went. And I couldn't be more proud. But you're right, it was always conceived as this sort of, you know, kumbaya sort of, you know, artist collective where we get together and do everything. And it turned out to be mostly like that. I originally thought we'd probably do a little more, let's say, original animation ideas, but at the end of the day, you know, almost all of the ideas are short stories that, because writers do this for a living. And there's so many great short stories out there that it almost always beats the ideas that an animator had in their shower. With a notable exception of, you know, Alberto Mieglo's The Witness, who just, you know, Alberto won an Academy Award this year. The Witness is probably one of the most mind-blowing pieces of animation I've ever seen. And his process is just amazing. And then Vitaliy Shushko did Blind Spot, which was another original one. I love his style. We had seen what he did called Story X. But the rest were all stories I found. And man, I hope we get another season after volume 3, because I got 100 stories lined up, ready to go. And they're all cool or cooler than, you know, what was before, and different.
Yeah. No, again, it's been really inspiring. I love all the short stories, and yeah, some of the ones that you've been directly involved in, particularly, and that's not specifically because of you, but like just those are the ones who stood out for me. But yeah, I mean, I love that that's a thing, because you're right, like it's a chance to express a lot of unique stories in one single platform.
Yeah, and do all these different styles and work with all these studios that, you know, normally there are competitors, but they're really just like us. You know, most of them are around our size. Some of them are bigger, but some of them are smaller. But they all have that similar sort of vibe that I really like. But you know, Axis and Digic, Unit, and Platige, they're and even Blow, who does 3 Robots, which is a much smaller studio, but you know, they have that same attitude. Everybody is like trying to do. They're so proud. They're trying so hard to do their best work, and it's great. You know? Mm-hmm. I feel like we give them a good solid story, and then everybody wants to do the best they can, and it's a very friendly competition. We have on Pix, we circulate the work in progress stuff among all the studios for the very obvious reason of making everybody see what great work everybody else is doing, so they'll try even harder. It's cheap, but it works. You know, it's great. I mean, there's nothing better than sitting here watching new shit roll in that is just mind-blowingly fucking cool. You know. and people are happy. They're happy to be working with them, and that's great.
Inspiring.
Yeah. Hopefully, we inspire some artists out there.
Always.
So.
I guess my final question would just be, what's next for you? Because I'm curious myself. I know you mentioned the other day you're on set, so again, I'm always kind of curious what you can allude to, but I'm sure you're staying busy.
I can't say yet, but I certainly hope to direct another movie soon, and I certainly hope to do more short animation soon. And like I said, we've not given up on the Goon. We will make that movie, and I don't know. The studios, we're busy, man. We're still doing lots of the game cinematics, and the crew loves that. And we're packed with work, so it's good. And it's an interesting time with artists and the whole great resignation of it all. But I feel like it's just a moment, and it'll pass. I want the artists to come back. I'm sitting here in my studio. I think there's nobody else here, and there's usually nobody else here at this time. But it used to be a few more people, and I want that to happen again. I like it. I feel like the artists feed off each other, and it'll make me sad if the future is really just people working alone in their bed.
Yeah, you might as well be in your own little cubicle elsewhere. I mean, again, like we've already talked about it, but it's so critical to be around other creatives.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know that we'll ever make people come back, and it depends on sort of what they do. But I don't. If somebody has to sit in traffic for an hour and a half each way, that's terrible. Maybe you come in once or twice a week and to be around your coworkers, but I don't think that that's a good idea. So maybe it's some kind of hybrid model that we get the best of both worlds.
I'm definitely interested to see where it all goes. I'm a big advocate for being around human beings versus not.